that was tested is the position vectors that were provided was, we are given PQ. One is that you can be able to write this vector PR. We need to find PR, and PR in this case is going to be what? 1/4 into bracket -28. This is what PR will be, yeah, because already here it was 4 PR, so we need to know what's PR. Then we need also to write the position vector, because we are finding RQ. It means now for us to find this, we are going to say RQ is going to be what? For us to find RQ, we shall start with RP then plus 2Q. But what is going to be our RP? Our RP is going to be negative of PR, so it's going to be -1/4 into bracket -28, then plus PQ. Do we have PQ? Yes, we do. PQ was given as -7, -37, 1/2, because if we multiply, this and this will be 1/2. If we multiply here, it will be -2, then plus -3, 7 at that point. So which means our position vector is going to reduce to what? If you add 1/2 times this, is going to reduce to 1/2 plus this will be -2.5, and this negative plus 7 is going to translate to 5. So this becomes the position vector for this particular question. Let's get to C. We are told that vector A is given as, then minus, this is minus, not plus, minus 2b, but b is 4i plus beta j. So which means that we can be able to group these together. We can be able to group these two guys together, and this is going to be, we put those with I together and those with J together. So meaning, in the process of working out this question, we shall have 2 alpha plus 5 beta I plus 20 J should be equals to, if I open this bracket and put J's to I's and J's together, so it will be 3 alpha minus 4, now it will be 8, this will be I, plus for J, this is going to be 18 minus 2 beta, and this is going to be what? Our J at that point. So we can be able now to form simultaneous equations, because at that point of time, if you are if you can be able to equate the i's together, you can form simultaneous equation. So how are you going to form those simultaneous equation there? This is going to be 2 alpha plus 5 beta must be equals to 3 alpha minus 8, because I and AI should be equated, and then we shall just take we can take 2 alpha there, so that we can say this is going to be 8 plus 5 beta is equals to 3 alpha minus 2 alpha. So we shall have alpha is equals to 5 beta plus 8, and this become our equation number 1. Then another part that we are going also to relate is the relationship for j's, j and j. So we shall say 20j, but j and j will cancel out, should be equals to 18 minus 2 beta. Yeah, so at that point, how do you work out vectors? So we are going to say this is going to be 2 beta is equals to 18 minus what? 20. So which means that we are going to have beta is equals to -2 divided by 2 divided by 2. At that point of time, you can see that this guy and this guy will cancel out, and our beta is going to translate to be -1. We shall have our beta as -1. So using this value that we have gotten here, we can be able to go ahead and work out what our alpha is equals to. So we shall say this -1 times 5 plus 8. Yeah, because already we have gotten this one here, so this is going to be -5 plus 8, which is going to translate to what? Translate to 3. So 3 is the value of beta in that case. So basically that's how you work out position vectors. Yeah, so this is add math 0606 non-calc. So basically that's what you are supposed to do in that particular question. The first thing that you have to ensure here is to expand this left hand side. So first we need to do what? Expand, and then put the like terms together. So that is to say 3 times 5x is going to give us 15x. 3 times 8 is going to give us plus 24. X times -x times 5x is going to give us -5x squared. -x times 8 is going to give us -8x. Then that is greater than or equals to 9 minus 3x. Yeah, so basically that's what we are going to have at that point. Yeah, so once we have identified that, we are going to put the like terms together. So 15x minus 8x, that's going to translate to 7x plus 24 minus 5x squared is greater than or equals to 9 minus 3x. We can decide and take this 9 and 3x on the other side of the equal sign, which means that we shall have this as 7x plus 3x, because you are going to treat this inequality as an equal sign. So which means that you shall take it and the sign the sign of this number change becomes positive, and this becomes plus 24 minus 9 minus 5x squared is greater than or equals to 0. So having done that, we now need to go ahead and simplify whatever we have here. Yeah, so this is going to be what? 10x. Yeah, it's going to be 10x. This and this will translate to 10x. This will be what? 24 minus 0. So this is the equation of interest, and this is the equation that we are supposed now to solve. And anytime you will be solving quadratic inequalities, something that you ought to remember is that you are going to treat this as an equal sign. First, we shall just treat that as an equal sign and say x squared plus 2x minus 3 should be equals to 0, so that we can solve this equation first. We get the critical values. So if I solve this, I can use a quadratic formula, which is going to x is equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Yeah, so how are you going to work out this? Our b in this case is 2, so it will be negative 2 plus or minus square root of 2 squared minus 4 times a. A is 1 because the coefficient of this number here is 1, and then times c. Our c is negative 3 divided by 2 times 1 in this case. So this equation is going to reduce to negative 2 plus or minus square root of, this is going to be 4 plus 12 divided by 2. So this is going to be minus 2 plus or minus square root of 16 over 2 in that case. So meaning that our x is going to be equals to minus 2 plus or minus square root of 4 over 2, which implies that x will be equals to minus 2 plus 4 will be 2, then 2 divided by 2 will be 1, or x is equals to minus 2 minus 4 will be minus 6 divided by 2 will be minus 3. So these are the two solutions. This will be the values of x, the two values of x in that case. But what you need to remember is that you are not solving a quadratic equation, you are solving a quadratic inequality. So in the event you are solving a quadratic inequality, you will come here and then draw a number line like that. One of the solution is minus 3, so you'll identify minus 3 there. And then the other part is where 1 is at this particular point. Then you are told that the solution, this graph, the inequality that we were solving is this one, huh? Isn't it? Yeah, so this is the inequality we are solving. So it's having a positive coefficient, so it means that the graph of this inequality is going to open upward like that. That's how the graph is going to open upwards that way. So we want less than 0. So less than 0 means is below the line. So the solution we want is just below here. Now, what is the solution defined? How can we be able to write the solution in this case? We are going to say x is greater than or equals to minus 3, less than or equals to 1. So this becomes now the final answer that you are supposed to write in order for you to earn the marks as far as this question now is what is concerned. Yeah, so this is exactly what you are supposed to do for you to earn this question to do with inequalities. Yeah, so if you've gotten value from this particular video, consider subscribing so that anytime I'm going to upload more tutorials, you'll be notified. And also you can be able to join our Patreon page, where you will be accessing all the PDF this particular kind of work that I've done here, because I'm going to just scan the solution and then I'll be able to add it in the description for you to be able to access it. Now, so the next area that we are going to look at, the next area of interest that we are going to look at is the question to do with equation of a circle and how to work it out. So let's talk about equation of a circle. Yeah, so we are talking about how do you work out problems to do with equation of circles. And of course, you need to understand the general formula of equation of a circle. Then we are going to say, because for A, x is equals to 3 and y is equals to what? -1. So we are going to substitute into equation of the circle so that we can be able to check what this is going to give us, and that is going to be what? This is going to be x is 3, so this is going to be 3 minus 1, sorry, 3 minus 4, because the equation here is 3 minus 4 squared plus minus 1, because y here is given us -1, then plus 3, then squared. Let's check what is going to translate to. This is going to be 4, which is going to be 5. So which means indeed this point A lies on the point of the circle. Then that is the first part. Second part of the question, given that, so in this question already we have worked out, or we have shown that indeed point A passes through or is on the circumference. The next part we were supposed to work out is this part that is asking us to do what? You are asked, or you are told that given that AB is a diameter, find the coordinates of B. We are finding the coordinates of this value of B here. Okay, so how do we go about that? How do you find the coordinates of B that we are talking about here? Now, something that you need to appreciate here is that from this equation that we have at this point, we can be able to state the center of this circle. So we can be able to say the center of this circle is 4, -3. 4, -3. That is the center of the circle. So if I want to draw that circle, what do I have to do really? I need to draw good circle, well drawn here, whose center of the circle is the one that is 4 minus 3. and then we are told that one of the points is given us, one of the points here is A, which is 3 minus 1. And then if we want to find another point, which is B now, B, which is xy, the coordinate of B, we can equally is equals to 4 minus 3. Midpoint of line AB is going to give us the center of this circle. So how do you find midpoint? It will be x plus 3 x plus 3 over 2 comma y plus negative 1 over 2 comma, this is not writing, it's so bad, yeah, x plus 3 over 2 y plus negative 1 over 2, and this should give us the center, which is 4 minus 3. So which means that for the interest of time, we can be able to say x plus 3 over 2 should be equal to the x coordinate, which is 4, and this means that if you work it out, you're gonna get x plus 3 is equals to 8. So x is equals to what? 8 minus 3, which is going to be 5, and this one is to be y minus 1 over 2 is equals to minus 3. This is going to be y minus 1 is equals to minus 6, y is equals to minus 5. Yeah, so which means that the coordinate of B will be 5 comma negative 5. So those will be the coordinates for this particular part that we were talking about here. So basically that is what we are expected to do. And then the next question that is asked here is to find the equation of the tangent to the circle at A. Equation of the tangent to the circle at A. So what does that mean? Equation of the tangent at A is first we need to appreciate that it's a line that is going to touch that circle at that specific point. This is the tangent. This is tangent. And the tangent has the equation y equals to what? mx plus c. That is the equation of a straight line in that case. So we need to agree that this tangent and the line, or this diameter, or the radius, they form what? 90 degrees at that given point. So which will imply that in the event you know the gradient of this line, you can be able to know the gradient of the tangent as well, isn't it? So we can be able to find gradient of line CA, which is the center, CA, gradient of radius CA, gradient of CA. Consider subscribing so that anytime I'm going to do further tutorials, you'll be notified. And also, if you have not joined our Patreon page, join our Patreon page so that you can be able to access the PDF that you see I'm having at this given point. I'm going to scan this document so that you can be able to get those work inside our Patreon page. See you guys. See you in the next tutorial.